Yep, we're live. We're live on Twitter, which means we're probably live on YouTube. Yep, check. Facebook, check. Mixer, check. Twitch, whatever. If people can't get it on Twitch, whatever. Yo, happy
Yeah.
Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I hope everybody's staying safe, staying healthy. But welcome to Emano Talk. I'm your host, Emano. It's WrestleMania Day 2. Day 1 was all right. Hopefully day 2 is better. They got a better card. But I got a special guest with me. Got my boy Knoxley, Devin Lee,
What's up, man?
Okami Gold. What am I calling you now? What am I calling you? You told me Knox. We're sticking with
Any
Knox.
of them. Any of them.
Any of them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Knox. I always thought
We're
Knox
gonna
was
go with Knox for today.
yeah. That was the first name I knew you by, and I always thought it was the coolest name out of all the names. Anyway, I like that name, Knox. Yo, but that boy just released the Diamond Heist. It's pretty fucking dope.
On my Pesci.
On your Pesci?
On my Pesci.
Yo, this man's about to hit with New York and South Florida terminology and everything. It's about to be wild, man. But I hope you guys are ready for it. But yeah, the Diamond Heist, we're gonna be playing tracks off the Diamond Heist. But let's start it
Hey,
off.
thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Bro, you already know you're more than welcome to pull up whenever. Let me tell you guys about like me and Knox's history, right? Knox is a cool dude, great artist, right? So when I first really like started like putting out my production, Drew Swace released a project called Blue Ranger, and Knox was featured on there. So I heard Knox's verse on one of the tracks. And when the project released, Knox actually DM me. He's like, "Yo, I need some of your production." I'm like, "All right." So I sent him, I sent him some beats not too long after that, and then we started to actually work together. And now it's like whenever Knox hits me up, I gotta pick up the phone or I gotta check the message, whatever it is, because I know he's got something like to tell me, and it's usually about music, and it's usually about how like he knows how shit's about to happen. Like he knows what's about to go down. Like this is the man with the plan. It feels like, but like it'll be like off different numbers and shit. But it's pretty cool. Like it's crazy. I feel like I'm like following like
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm almost following like Matt Bourne or something. Like it's like the Bourne Supremacy kind of situation.
Yo, it's like I've been having like matrix glitches in real life with technology. So I have to be like, okay, like this shit is not working. I have to figure out how to like upload this video on Twitter, but I can't. I can't do it. We was talking about that earlier. It's just terrible.
You literally said when I asked you, I was like, "What happens to your phones?" You're like, "My phone's what is it? What was the word you used?" Like my phone's like they
Plain
disintegrate.
obsolescence. They disintegrate in my hands.
They disintegrate in my hands.
Yeah.
Sheesh, man.
I don't know what the fuck going on.
But the powers that be could not stop us from
No,
having this
not at all.
conversation.
Not at all.
Right? So we're here now. We're here live on Sunday. I hope y'all are having a great day. It's honestly, it's hot out, but it's beautiful out. So I hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. But let's start it off plain and simple, man. Why music? What happened with you that you felt like, like music was the way to be? Because you're one of the most talented lyricists in South Florida, hands down, if not the most talented. So what was it for you that made music just click?
Just I realize I'm actually starting to rediscover that as of late, because I was tapping into the imagery I'll get from writing. You know what I mean? So I just feel like the expression that I can put out there to my people, and they like gravitate towards me or understand the wavelength, like it's a beautiful thing when it's all happening.
Yeah, because it's organic at that point. Like,
Yeah, it's super organic. It's like you speaking a language specifically, and then they understand. You feel me? So it's kind of like I've been rediscovering that.
yeah, I feel like we got to do that because honestly, like, for me, like, like when I first started playing music, like, I always felt like I wanted to play, but I didn't know why I wanted to play. And then you start seeing it actually all happen. Like, because then you start seeing like other people pick up the craft and like you see like what they, kind of go after. And in your mind, you're like, like what makes it different for them than it does with me? And it's like, that's where you got to like think about that kind of shit. Yeah, the perspective of it. Exactly. Perspective is huge because nowadays, like we see a lot of people jumping into music, for financial reasons because it seems like it's an easy way to make a shitload of money real quick.
Easy?
There's people who think that. There's people who get into it because they're just like, yo, like I saw someone make a check off of it, so I wanted to make a check, so I started making music. Right? They don't see it for like maybe like what an artist sees it for. Right? I feel like there's, rappers now and then there's artists. It's like for you, it's like how do you feel like you separate yourself as an artist?
All right, we're gonna get back to rappers and artists. Like that's the whole discussion with hustlers. Also, just getting into oh, when the hustlers got into the art of rapping, they discovered that they could make a quick buck. They started, marketing and campaigning pretty much. But um, oh man, it's just creative artworks. You know what I mean? Just like I don't even know if I'm answering the question. You feel me? Because I'm going off into a tangent. Now you making me think about rappers and artists and the difference. I don't really see a difference. I don't really see a difference. Like I know there's people who are kind of just far off left field with it. They don't promote it at all. They don't have access to their own files, and they're content with that. Like it's really different. And then there's people who just create for themselves, you know. But you want to be able to sustain off music. You want to be able to sustain off anything you love if you love to create it. You know what I mean? So why not? Shit. I think the best route to go is when people start getting endorsements and when brands pick them up. I mean, but then that's also on your pen. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of people come out of the shadows writing for other artists. They're starting to put their face
Yeah,
out there.
that's becoming a huge route for some people now.
Yeah.
Is the writing path.
Because some people love the art so much, but they don't like the other aspect of what it brings.
Yeah, you gotta love what you do at the end of the day. So I can see where you're coming from because at the end, maybe I shouldn't have said it like the difference between rappers and artists. I think you put it into a good perspective. It's like who are the real hustlers and then like who are the people just like trying to finesse to an extent. But so you're from Far Rock, right? But you're based out of here in South Florida.
Yeah.
Now,
What they call it, bi-coastal?
yeah, I guess
I guess.
that would be a good term.
Yeah.
It's off the East Coast. But where did everything start for you? Was it in New York that like you started making music, or was it when you came to Florida?
I started making music in New York initially.
Okay, when did you move from New York to Florida?
Oh man, you gonna make me go back into the time machine. I was watching Rick and Morty, and it was like putting like the bulbs in each other's like heads and
Yeah.
going through the memories. I feel like that be happening to me sometimes. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, neuralizer. All right. Well, I think in 2003. Yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how old are you now?
26.
26. Okay. So that was a little minute ago.
That was a minute.
But you were already like making music out in
Yeah,
2003.
and I was always surrounded by it. So like, you know what I mean? Just like my taste in music itself was kind of just like what influenced like the pen for it to develop into what it developed into. You know what I mean? Just I was getting into it and I was like heavy into like lyricists.
Who are some of those lyricists that you would like follow along with?
Oh, Nas for sure, definitely. Nas, AZ. At that age, to be honest, at that age, I was listening to a lot of Eminem.
Yeah.
At that age,
Eminem, like I feel like back then, like he was just such a dope lyricist because he was actually just like very fluent with his like
That's-
flow and everything.
yeah, amazing. I listened to Infinite a million times.
And I could kind of like hear the influence in like your music to an extent because you're always like trying to switch up the flow. Like it always feels like you're coming out with a new approach with every like song that passes. Like if you were to go through like the catalog, or at least from where I started and like got to from like today's music versus like when I first found out about you in 2016, right? Or no, actually 2015. But yeah, back in like 2015, like even hearing you then, like you just had a different approach on like every song, and it's like with every song, it seems like you elevate the way you float on a track.
Yeah, thank you, man. I feel the same way about your instrumentation, your production. That's why I'm trying to like, that's
Yeah.
why this Diamond Heist
Yo, people don't even really know that I'm a producer on here. I don't really talk about it like that on here, to be honest with you.
accomplice. Yeah, the shadows are
Yeah.
starting to reveal.
But I'm glad honestly you dropped our track on there because I was like hoping I was like honestly I was like that track is so fire, like I really do hope he drops that soon. and like you finally did, and like it was kind of like worth the wait, honestly, because I feel like it was like almost ahead of its time. Like it was just like it was like a perfect piece to like that puzzle, and especially being like the second
Excited.
song on the project. Like it was just great how it went from Glass Wallabies right into Dead or Alive.
Yeah, very, very excited. I had some people very excited for it.
Yeah, it was a great track. Um, but yeah, so we were talking about your move from New York to Florida. Now, when was it that you realized, like, for you, that music could actually be like more than a hobby, like it's actually a passion? Like, where did it become like the idea that like I could, turn this into a living?
It's still a hobby.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still a hobby.
but it's a passion more so than a hobby.
Sometimes it's like a female that I have like a interesting relationship with.
Yeah,
Hip hop, for sure. It's she's just weird sometimes, so I be having to distance myself from her.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy too. I see you make that like step away from things at times. Like sometimes it either feels like somehow like you erase like your like social medias at times. I feel like sometimes you do like, but like
Well, then again, so since we live, right?
yeah, we're live.
I bet.
We're talking to the people. Is this thing on?
Is it also just? Can people just listen to a straight audio as well?
Not straight audio, but it will be on audio probably tomorrow.
So since we're here, I want to address. Yeah, I don't know. That's 50-50 for me. Like it works, and then there's invisible masters doing things.
Yo, talk to me.
They're doing things, and I'm just like, yo, I don't understand what y'all want.
Like, I remember when you were trying to put out the project, and actually when the project came out, right? I messaged you. I'm like, yo, this project is some serious shit. Like I just sent you, a whole bunch of fire emojis, just letting you know like that shit's some fire. And you sent me this audio message back, and you're like, yo, the invisible masters won't let me put out this project everywhere. Talk to me, because this isn't the first time we've talked about that. Like we've talked about it in the sense before that, like, yo, like I gotta play it smart because like I know somebody's keeping an eye on me. So talk to me. Like when did this all start for you musically?
When did that happen?
Yeah.
Right when I started linking with like Forte,
Okay.
and I started releasing music.
Yeah.
And and things started changing a little bit. Like, started seeing different reactions. But
No more. They don't need to know no more.
that's it. Man, all I know is that as long as I stay focused on what I need to stay focused on, I think it's gonna come back around in time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, where it's gonna be like no more resistance for the brother. Know what I mean? No more resistance. You feel me? It's a lot of resistance right now. But it's like the creative process itself is like I'm still learning. That's my biggest thing. I'm still learning. And it's like, even though I discover something new with this, like, whatever venture I go into, like, okay, releasing this project and talking to this person, it gains, like, new perspective and insight, But I'm just, like, a full, complete artist. Like, I just write mad.
Yeah, you just try to make sure you get the creative flows out.
Yeah, I just need to get them out.
Hell yeah. Well, I think that's a good starting point for some music there. So let's start it up with the Diamond Heist intro itself. Here we are. I'm just getting it brought on up. Here we are. Just downloading the link. Open Safari so we don't lose it. Boom. Y'all make sure you go on noex.bandcamp.com. That's NOEX.bandcamp.com so y'all can listen to the Diamond Heist. But we're going to start up with the intro of the Diamond Heist. That would be Glass Wallabies. So this is Glass Wallabies by Devin Lee Knox. Let's run it. Here we are. It's loading up. We got to talk about this whole buy digital album for $100. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, facts.
Here we go. Let's run it. Glass Wallabies, Knox.
Oh, man. My life, my life, my life. I still getting chapters. Trying to get a quarter juice, dodging homicide. On the block 50, get rich or die trying. A lot of niggas die trying, let the bottle cry. Herb taste, wine, live and sacrifice, break bread. Old head, never gave advice, let's be on the edge. Reason why we in the mad. Perkins said poppin', we left with no option, my nigga might come for your head. Dead wrong, 444 kicking in your front door. I can see the angels coming, running, winning, bitchin'. Nigga quit your bitchin', they be switching like a light switch. Fuck the night shit, cut them off. Night shift like a minimal. Need a dead press, shorty spread leg. That's a body count, nigga flip an ounce. Back to business cause the world's spinning. I ain't trying to stand still in it. Thrift jacket with the steel, you can catch a clip like we shot a reel. Playback, over the shoulder with angles, I'm angling out the trap. I can see y'all plotting, betray you. Einstein with the biscuit, invisible fingerprints like witness. Who dare witness, tongue kiss, clippers confessing, paired vision. 9mm cure that pussy from his bitch sickness. Still twisted, absent, sipping, terror, my abs crippling. We been different, not the same. Gold frame, shit change. Hope you register my pain. Cash me outside with that white bitch. Black skies, nigga took risks. No Tony Hawk, frosty. Frail hearted, flaked on me, still great. Bitch that claims she love me fucking different, while a nigga fucking different. Make no difference. Living that trife life, bright lights, dice and knife fights. Egyptian rice, toss that night sky. What my wedding like? Strictly for the G's. Who gon' fit these glass wallabies? Living that trife life, bright lights, dice and knife fights. Egyptian rice, toss that night sky. What my wedding like? Strictly for the G's. Who gon' fit these glass wallabies? Who gon' fit these glass wallabies?
Yo, so that's Glass Wallabies by Devin Lee, Knox. That's just some fire, man. It's a good intro. The whole thing floats. There's a vibe to it, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
Like,
it.
I always love that you take that jazz route, bro. Like, jazz is honestly the best music.
It's alive.
Yeah.
It's beautiful art.
I think it's like the one genre that's truly based on feeling, because a lot of the time they're just going with it. Like, it's a lot of improvisation.
Yeah, it's super vibed out. Yeah, jazz, and you could like the cadences that you could like catch on jazz too are super unorthodox. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's just you like dancing with it.
Yeah. How do you feel like as an artist? Because you hear about, you know.
Shout out to Mike Nasty, by the way, DJ Mike Nasty. He produced that.
He produced that one?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to DJ Mike
Yeah.
Nasty then. He absolutely deserves that clout right there. But yeah, with watching and like, you know, following along with genres like jazz and seeing that kind of improvisation, how do you think as an artist, like how do you try to move and think on your feet at the same time? Because sometimes things got to switch up on the fly.
Yeah, well, I stopped having that issue, guys. I don't care.
You just keep going?
Yeah, I just do what I want to do musically.
Yeah.
Unless I'm collaborating with someone who is bringing a particular sound and they're just like, I want it to sound like this. But other than that, when it comes to my shit, you know, it's either I really enjoy it and you're going to hear it or you're not going to hear it. And I like jazz. I love jazz. So I stick to what I want to like make. You know what I'm saying? There's other realms of music, like other genres of music that I want to tap into, but I don't think that I'm sonically there yet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because like I would have to sit down with a few more individuals who are like more masters in that area. You know what I mean? To like learn if I want to get into like production wise.
Yeah.
But I've written on like house tracks and stuff like that. It's whatever I like vibe with.
Yeah. I would never pin you as like someone who would want to write for house music.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, and there's a bag at it, so whatever. It works. That's pretty dope, man. But yeah, man, I just really dig that jazz kind of vibe, because a lot of people down here, they definitely try to, you know, bring things that are a little more upbeat and like try to, you know, have more club bangers than anything. So as far as like that jazz vibe goes, that's already rare in itself. And it's even more rare to like hear somebody that's just floating on the track the way that you do. Like, I feel like you fit so much into such a short amount of time, because that track was, you know what, like where you stop, it's like around like 2 minutes and 10 seconds, right? So like it's like in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, like here where I stopped the track was 2:20, right? And at that point you had already stopped the verse, so maybe like 2:15.
So, yo, son, like there's tracks that be like 1 minute.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Trying hard not to like do a bunch of joints like that, just a bunch of 1 minute tracks.
I feel like it's because the attention span of the listener has definitely dimmed down a lot, and I feel like if you could catch them in that 1 minute, like you pretty
You don't
much
think
got
we
them
to blame a little bit? We a little bit to blame.
In which way?
Because you know what we decide to give people. You know, I mean, of course, people not going to sit there and listen to something that's like a 6 minute song.
Yo,
I mean,
I
depending
like
the
6 minute songs. Honestly, there's
Yeah.
some great 6 minute, 7 minute, 8 minute songs. There's
Well,
some great 12-minute songs.
Hiatus Coyote, you have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a lot of transitions.
Yo,
man.
Hiatus Coyote is really dope. A lot of people don't know about them either.
They're fire, man.
Hell yeah. I would play them if YouTube wouldn't blink them out, but
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna work on getting the licensing for that.
I mean, shit. Soon comes.
We're gonna be legit soon. Watch.
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Holla at
today's
us.
WrestleMania day 2. Don't even remind me, man. We're here for you. We're talking about music.
Yeah, man, that was a heartbreaker, huh?
It was a heartbreaker,
I know,
man.
man.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna have a reaction show probably put out after tonight of both nights and everything. So, my wrestling fans tuning in, you could expect that.
Mm.
Yeah. But so take me to this Diamond Heist, right? So let's start off with the cover art. All right. So I remember you telling me this story. Are you cool with telling the story so we could let the people know how this artwork came about?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. So I remember being with the studio one day, and he told me this crazy story about how he met Jay Electronica, and then at one moment the photographer was like, "Yo, let me get a photo," and that Jay Electronica just threw up the rock, and that we didn't know what happened to the photo pretty much after that.
Yeah,
So let's hear the story. So how did this all come about?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Just happened.
It just happened. Where did it start off?
It was Dilla weekend.
Okay, down here?
Yeah,
All right. How long ago was this?
it's a while ago.
A minute ago.
A minute ago, probably like 4 years.
Okay.
About.
And
I have to go back in the archives. I told you, Rick and Morty shit it be fucking me up. It's like, you know, I write a lot. Yeah, but it was time ago, and he's just a very interesting person. Like, you know what I mean? He's really cool vibes, and it just happened. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, word. And then Diamond Heist.
it came about.
Yeah.
Why the phrase Diamond Heist? You trying to steal all the gems?
It's the rock.
Okay. No, it makes a lot of sense. Diamond Heist. Okay, I could dig it. And then why the Hebrew? And what does the Hebrew mean? It's
Well, yeah,
crazy that I
that's-
have to ask you that because I'm
the-
the Jewish guy here. But
Drew Pesci, man. I was trying, you know what I mean? I was trying to hit you with the name earlier.
yeah,
But
honestly, I just don't want to fuck up the Hebrew. But
it's
I mean,
Lashawan
like-
Kadesh.
okay,
Holy tongue is the tongue of the angels.
okay. And why'd you choose that phrase?
You know, because like I said, it's like a language.
I like that because I feel like when you listen to your music, it's like only the people who like know you can understand it. Versus like, yeah, it's enjoyable vibes and people can listen to it and they can have their own interpretation of it. But I feel like how you said, like, it's like your own language. It's like if they know you, like they kind of get an understanding
It's
of
how
like,
you
what
paint.
you're talking about.
It's how you paint, and they look at your painting. Or
Yeah.
In this case.
And that's what I like about your music. You have 1,000
Listen to
different
it.
interpretations of like one song. Like anybody could take what they want from it. And the thing I like is that you're willing to keep it just like whatever you think it is, that's what it is.
Because it resonates. You know, you don't know what that person was experiencing in their timeline to like listen, and when they were listening to that song, you know what that means for them. That experience shared in that moment. Yeah, it's dope. I mean, same thing goes back to like artist creation itself. Like, you know, you don't know what that person was going through to create that form of art. You know.
Yeah.
So once people like resonate to it, you know what I mean, and the right people resonate to it without you having to do so much, like, because I get exhausted, bro. I get exhausted, like, with this online social media. Like, I tap in. Of course, you have to have a balance, like, you know what I mean? That's with self-control itself, you know what I mean? But, you know, you human, so you was texting a shorty or something last night, fell asleep on her, you wake up early, you accidentally on Twitter, the first thing, and then you now looking at the timeline, and it just creeps in your mind so many different thoughts and ideas, and that influences you some way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Social media got a big influence on the world now. It's wild. And the good and the bad.
Yeah. But
It's
we
wild.
in a good Being a good time.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I aspire to be, you know, a little more distanced from social media because it's like how you said, social media gets exhausting. It really does. Like trying to keep up with everybody, like, you know, it's fun, but at the same time, like it's just so like taxing.
Yeah, because then, it's those who hacked and understand, like, how the mechanics of it and how that shit works, And there's other people who just decide not to just play along with the shit and I'ma just do me. And if you like paying attention, you paying attention. If not, it just flies by you.
I can fuck with it. I can fuck with it, man. But let's run a second track here. We'll run the second track here. It's the track that I produced. We made this back in what? It was like 2017, I think it was. Shit's wild, right? And I feel like we're like 10 steps ahead with this one.
It's so wild. It's so wild. I would get great responses every time I would perform this. This is one of my favorite tracks to perform.
No, I remember too. I think there was like a time where like you either had a video taken, you sent me the video, or like you FaceTime me or some shit. I forgot what it was.
I remember I FaceTimed you one time. It was Instagram, and then I sent the video of a performance that was recorded by someone else.
Yeah.
And it was, the reaction is always great. It's captivating.
Hell yeah, man. It's a dope ass track. And it made me realize like how far like my production could go, honestly, because when I made this beat, right, it was at a time where like I was like starting to feel like a little like lower, like I felt like stagnant, and it was like, yo, you really showed me that like I could keep taking it to the next level. I know I've slowed down since, but we gotta talk about music because I've been itching to get back in. I've been starting to buy a little more equipment and get back into it, so we're gonna talk a little more. But this next track is Dead or Alive by NOEX, produced by yours truly. So tune on in. Here we go. Let it load up. This is the one thing with Bandcamp. Bandcamp takes its time. Here we go.
Disintegrate your hands. Sound like chariots in this motherfucker. Welcome to the chamber, the future mogul. Suture that heat the global. Crystal ball tell me I'm more than hopeful. Don't test my anger, I blue. I tell you I'm fucking loco. Now y'all in danger, drenched in blood towards the tiger's pit. Heard about you low lives, sucking dick for cosigns. Sip wine, laugh and see who hit you with the throwing knives. You tied up, funds and investments. I'm on my next shit. Next bitch, spacecraft, pyramid, Exodus. Holy water flow from the altar. I've been altered where most of y'all forfeit. I reign from torment. I'm a motherfucking prophet out for prophecy. The Judas pop him, Lucifer can't stop him, no. Want me dead or alive? 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 El Cucaracho, black heart, stove blanco. La familiar beef over cheese, that's nacho. Greek consume full moon, riding slow through the villa. Learn that from the dealers and all of them turning killers. My inception is deception, gun got an erection. Please shut the fuck up, squeeze barrels that bust up. Stunned by my bad bitch assistants watching that booty clap. Lure you to my palace that's booby trapped. Do relax. Politic and mystics with the wicked scripting sentences. They help me rule the world for just percent of it. I'm a motherfucking prophet out for prophecy. The Judas pop him, Lucifer can't stop him, no. Want me dead or alive? Want me dead or alive? Want me dead or alive? Want me dead or alive?
That was Dead or Alive by Devin Lee, NOEX. Whatever you want to call him, it works, but NOEX is probably the most fitting. What does NOEX stand for?
Not on Earth Unknown.
Not on Earth Unknown. Why you choose that name?
It was a frame of being. It's a frame of being, and I just like I like tapping into like the universe within yourself.
Yeah.
You contain, all parts of it, the good, you know, Jedi, Sith,
Yep,
all that.
I could definitely feel that. Honestly, it's crazy. It's like you just saying those words. It's like I automatically already kind of know what you mean. It's like, yo, there's this whole world that you control, and it's all about like the way you just like kind of like put your energy into it and everything.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Midichlorians, right? Midichlorians, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that part means. I know about the Jedi's and the Sith and all that, but yeah, all that good stuff, man. But yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like people gotta tap into this unique mindset that only they can find. And
Yeah,
then,
I think there's gonna be a lot of that going on now, seeing how, everything is going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of time on people's hands now, so you gotta figure out what you want to do. And this is also just kind of like a wake up call in reality, just like what is like ultimate fulfillment to you? Like, have you been doing what you desire to do, or you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's cool. It's cool reflective period. It's a cool reflective period. It's a
it
little
really
crucial.
is. I've been trying to tell people, and I've been saying it a lot on the show, but like this is not the time to remain stagnant. Like I know like a lot of people lost their jobs and shit like that. But this is probably a time for you to find something that you were destined to do. Like this is where fate kicks in. All that shit that you believe in, if you believe in it, this is the time where you tap into yourself. You could find all that right now. And like I hope people out there, you utilize the time to the best of your ability. Don't allow this time to make you worse. You could still be great. People still could go outside and exercise if exercise is your thing, but you could also become a creative, if this is what you sought out to do. Like people who've been
Development.
wanting to record all that stuff, like order some music equipment. I know Sweetwater is still open. It's an online music store. You could buy things so you could record at the crib, but I know also money might be a little tough, but there's still a few jobs hiring. So I wish everybody the best. I hope, nobody remains stagnant. This is the time to go up, honestly.
Oh shit! I feel like I was supposed to say something politically correct. I was gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like, see. Oh man, it's not the word. That's not the word that describes it. Just like, yeah, man, get some music equipment, but you can't buy nothing because you ain't got a job.
Yeah, you fucking lost your job. Shit's terrible, but hopefully people make it work. That's all. I'm just staying positive. I'm staying glass half full on this one.
But stay positive. Yeah,
Yo,
stay
I
positive.
just realized you're wearing a hat of yourself.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my hat. I got my hat.
yours.
Right? We got hats of ourselves.
Yeah, we might need to trade. I really like that a lot. You have this laminated, it's not laminated, or glass or plastic or something, and it has Emano.
The sign.
Yeah, the sign is beautiful.
My girl wanted me to put the sign out here the other day, but I was helping produce a show, so it wasn't my show. So I told her to put it back inside, and I didn't want to bring it out here because it would have just like laid on the table. But yeah, I have it in the room. So next time, hopefully you come through. Obviously, all this shit's done.
Yeah.
And you can actually see the real setup.
I like, yo, man. I made this hat. I made this hat just cause like I wanted to see if like I can make a hat, because I don't wear hats usually all the time.
It seems like you don't wear hats because I don't know what the fuck you're wearing under the hat. But it just seems like you didn't want to wear the hat, but you wore it because it's you.
Infinite Tsukiyomi.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I decide to like, hey, I want something, because clothing for me is like I love like fashion, but I don't really like have a lot of like cool pieces of clothing. Like, you feel me? Like that like has grown over time to be cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like at the time I was like, yeah, this is fire, and I got it, and it's not fire no more. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, how do I eliminate that?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
I used to have that problem, in all honesty. I would buy all the wrong basketball jerseys of like players that became irrelevant and shit.
Yeah, you just make your own shit.
You learn to make it work over time. You learn to
right.
figure out like, all right, is this actually gonna be dope 10 years from now if I wear it again? And it's like, all right, I got a few pieces like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Most of them cost a little pretty penny, but yeah. You learn over time. You figure out over time, like, all right, this works for me.
Eliminate that process, but just making your own stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's distress, too. Like, it's almost post-apocalyptic. That was, like, the vibe. The post-apocalyptic, that was the vibe I was, like, going for. You feel me? So, like, yeah. And I had this Carhartt, like, this old, like, you know what I'm saying? I started distressing it as well. Like, you feel me? But, like, I never, like, just said shit about it, like, you feel me? Because I don't know, like, I feel like I ain't put the right pieces together yet.
Yeah.
I'm so cerebral when it comes to stuff like that because like I'll just be like in my own world like Frankenstein and shit.
Yeah. That shit's crazy, man. What the fuck? Cerebral, like Frankenstein. I don't know. Like I feel like when it comes to you, it's like you really do have that like unique path, bro. Like that's the thing is like Frankenstein had that unique path. Like he was a man made from another man, right?
He was mad. Well, I think Frankenstein was the Dr. Frankenstein, and then the creation. And I think they both was named Frankenstein.
Yeah, because his last name was Frankenstein. The creation was
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's like I don't know if that's like a trick question for people trying to be like smart ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what was the creation's name? People try to get you with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I always remember it was the Doctor and the monster at the same time. But he wasn't a monster until you like waved like fire in his face.
Yeah. Which if anybody had fire waved in their face, they would become monstrous.
Yeah. And fucking is it Gene Wilder? His name?
The actor?
The actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite Frankenstein. That's with Gene Wilder. That was my favorite Frankenstein.
That's the old school one. Like that's one like I mean not the original, but like definitely like,
what inspired Joe Pesci? Why Joe Pesci?
Oh, because that was like around the time that The Irishman came out, and I thought he was the best actor in the whole movie. Like I thought I thought Pacino was the best actor in the whole movie, but like Joe Pesci like is usually the loud and crazy guy, and in Irishman he was like actually very like calm and quiet and collected.
Love that movie.
Yeah, so
Good
Joe
movie.
Pesci.
Yeah.
Yo, Joe Pesci a boss.
He is a boss.
He made, small people cool for like the better part of like 20 years. Him and Danny DeVito. They led the pack.
Can't. Infinite Tsukiyomi, yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I got that right, but let's go. This is Infinite Tsukiyomi by Devin Lee, a.k.a. Knox, or Knox, a.k.a. Devin Lee. Whatever.
Just confusing people.
Right, it's confusing people. This is off the Diamond Heist, and once it loads, it will be blasting in your ears. So y'all enjoy this Infinite Tsukiyomi. Hold up. All right. The Wi-Fi wanted to gook out on me, so let's go.
It's the drones.
Right? It says it's playing, but it's at 0 seconds. And now they're going to want people to pay more. Let's see. That's why, because I'm in the backyard, it connected to my neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Oh, my
God. I'm not on my neighbor's Wi-Fi. There we go.
I fear that happening with, like, airdrop. Like, you try to airdrop something and all your items just go to somebody else.
There we go.
L15 in the bush with the Bushnell scope, selling highs, trying to get me out the low. Nigga, what's the outcome? Looking like a Malcolm. Any means, get the cream, guillotine chop. Metaphene scoping for the D's on the block. Protect your neck, but to get out the debt. Nigga, pick out your vest, getting kicked out, I'm stressed. Courthouse to your house, to her couch to tent. Mama turn small things to biggie. She kicking the door like my son, where the fuck is the rent? Me and my bitch, no cocoa, but some hoe that suck me and fuck me like she need to vent. Forgive all my sins. These are the cards that I'm dealt, and I felt that I needed to win. I crack a grin, rubbing my brow to Wasaki like I'm trying to summon the djinn. I crack a grin, jokers up sleep like I'm Gambit. Don't touch me, I'm broke cause I'm bandit. Word to my Lotus, she keep the magnum like Opus. Disputed, we shoot it as candid. They left me stranded, my written's holy, no Vader. Deleted cause fuck it, I manage. I'm just a genius, she want me cause of my brain. But I told her my brain and my penis. No one make waves, better behave. You board the boat, better worship my semen. Friday I'm scheming, niggas go party on Sabbath. They set the club lit like a demon. We fishermen, ocean of wicked. We baptize the heathen with fire, I cleanse all of my sins. All of my sins, wash away. All of my sins, all of my sins. All of my sins, wash away. All of my sins, all of my sins. All of my sins, wash away. All of my sins, all of my sins. All of my sins, wash away. You ain't never popped off, nigga need to stop, dog. You ain't never been on the block when it's hot, law. L15 in the bush with the Bushnell scope, selling highs, trying to get me out the low. Nigga, what's the outcome? Looking like a Malcolm. Any means, get the cream, guillotine chop. Metaphene scoping for the D's on the block. Protect your neck, but to get out the debt, nigga, pick out your vest. All of my sins, all of my sins, all of my sins, wash away. All of my sins, all of my sins, all of my sins, all of my sins, wash away. All of my sins, all of my sins, all of my sins, wash away.
Follow my sense. You ain't never.
Yeah, so that was Infinite Tsukiyomi by Nox, Devin Lee. Yeah, so what is Infinite Tsukiyomi? I'm sure it's some anime shit, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, it's genjutsu, you know. So it's a jutsu that entraps everybody in like a dream.
Okay.
Like an illusion.
What show is that from?
Naruto.
Okay. I never watched Naruto. I watched Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, but that was it.
Yeah.
And Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, but that's like all mainstream.
Pokemon. They just had this they just remade the Pokemon with Mewtwo. And it was like all CGI. It hit, but it didn't have the same feeling like back in the day when you like watched it and like
It was
Ash
like
turned
Pokemon
into
Go
stone.
style.
Nah, Pokemon Go is still kind of like it's still.
Well, I mean like the one on the phone.
Nah, it wasn't a game.
No,
It
I know,
was a
but I'm
movie.
saying like it kind of seemed like that, like as if like it was like that kind of version of it.
Yeah, well, nah, it was the original with like Ash and Misty and Brock, but like it was drawn completely different, and it was the same exact movie.
Nah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
That reboot shit, hell no.
Nah, yeah, it wasn't. It didn't have the same feel. It didn't have the same feel as like, you know, when Ash turned to stone and Pikachu was trying to wake him up, and you like, you know, your childhood gets kind of ruined.
Yeah. That shit fucked with a lot of kids.
Yeah, definitely traumatized.
Yeah, I remember I went for a birthday party to go see that shit. The parent of the kid whose birthday it was like took us to like Burger King before because they had like all the special like Pokemon toys and everything. So everybody got their Pokemon toys and then we all went to the movie together.
Oh my god, nostalgia.
It took a whole bunch of kids to go get their whole childhood fucked up.
Nostalgia. Yeah, if you never watched Naruto, it's just like something trapping you in like an illusion. Like, you know, do they have like a similar genjutsu type in DBZ at all? Maybe in Super. See, I fell off DBZ. I played the games like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I have that new Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Story of Kakarot game.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's alright.
No,
I've never been big on like these RPG games, honestly. It's alright.
I thought that would be kind of fire. I mean, do you just you fly out and you just
mostly like most of the time you're like flying around on the fucking Nimbus, but
that's
cool.
cool.
It's alright.
But do you like fight like right then and there? Like
I'll be real. I've been playing a lot more Call of Duty Warzone. If any of y'all want to see me in Call of Duty Warzone, you know, add me up. UC Emano.
Gonna run it.
Yeah, honestly, like people don't know. I just picked up my first W last week. It was insane. It was me and my boy. Two of us took out like 7 people at the end of the game to win it all. Shit was wild. I revived them last circle. But yeah, shit
Can you
was
still
wild.
quick scoping that?
I don't do sniping. I suck at sniping.
They changed the mechanics, right? Of course, for everything.
I've like, never been a sniper, so I couldn't tell you for sniping. But I just like for me, I put the game in, I adapt to it, and I start winning.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember I would quick scope in Black Ops 2, and I got gold sniper, but then like once I lost the ability to, I forgot how to do it, and I stopped playing.
Nah, I've never been a sniper.
I took a break from that.
I'm gonna come at you with an assault rifle and have a backup SMG.
Listen, man, we gotta get ready for zombies.
Yo, zombies is a crazy ass game too, man. Me and my boys, we be running it like crazy. In
Life zombies.
No, that's not
you
gonna
need to follow
happen.
the rules. You gotta get cardio up.
Yo, Zombieland
Wear your
rules.
seatbelt.
Hell yeah. Yo, Zombieland is legit. Honestly, like if people really need rules to follow, and if the zombies really do come, that movie's gonna definitely train you for that.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Jesse Eisenberg had the keys all along. The kid that played Mark Zuckerberg knew how to survive the zombies. Never forget. So if Mark Zuckerberg survives,
he's such an awkward actor.
He is,
but I love it.
He's
it's
like
a
he's the best awkward actor.
Yeah, it's like an awkward, comfortable, like he waits.
Like him as Lex Luthor has been weird.
I have to see him play.
He's
Lex
not
Luthor.
awkward. He's like serious and he's angry all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like he you know
that
does
duality.
it to the best.
It's like he's awkward, but then he's not. like you know, like almost
Well, he's
shy,
supposed
almost
he
shy.
likes
I would
Luther,
say.
like.
Yeah.
But then again, like they're like playing him off like the sun, so I guess it could work.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? This is Gotham? No. Well, I'm tripping.
No, like Justice League, like the movies and all the shit that have been coming out.
This is.
So like
Gotham
when Robert
I'm thinking of
Pattinson,
somebody else.
when Robert Pattinson does Batman, I don't know if they plan on keeping him or whatever the case is, because like he was a part of that series kind of too, which was weird. Like they all tied in together, obviously.
It's more than a series that they're coming out with.
Or I mean Superman. No, never mind. So it's not Robert Pattinson, but yeah, Superman.
It's more than a series they're coming out with, right?
No,
Like,
it's movies.
The movies, right?
Yeah, they have a whole timeline of movies.
I think he's gonna be a good Batman.
Who, Robert Pattinson?
Yeah,
I think so too.
yeah. I think he could live up to it.
Yeah, if we had to play one song off the tape that we haven't heard yet, which track would you choose?
Let's see.
You got Mr. Goldframe, you got Space Cowboy, Tower Society, What Happens on Earth, and Dragon Slice.
Oh wow.
It's like, how do you choose one of your children?
Play that Tower Society.
Tower Society, all right. So we're going to run this Tower Society by NOEX off Diamond Heist. Here we go. Let me make sure I'm on the right Wi-Fi again. There we go. We're good.
And some think it's Monday. Born with a drive that U-turns up on the one-way. Snore with my eyes wide, y'all sleeping on the high tide. Currently, I'm giving living inner thoughts. I be feeling kinda lost in public. You niggas soft in substance, you pay the cost to covet. I'm hopping off your buses, fuck it. We pass on day passes, we the fastest route. Turn the station to a homeless center just to cash them out. I'm Michael Jackson kicking back, Professor Sherman sitting fat. Winds of indica has been the trust of niggas spitting facts. Kinda like a Mike and Ike, you like to feel the sweetness. J and Zero Low, behold the secret. Master Key, we pass the weed is frequent. Drafting on this path until we cease it. Dream Duchess be discussions. Going cars and leave a function. Working on the bars and punches justice. League up in the Ableton feed. Ingredients be tedious to give you what you would need. Indeed. Shut up, down. Modern day pay, backlog patterns for breaks. We split cuts, talk blood money, rattling bass, suck at them waist. Mid landfill, cadaver malaise. Best just skedaddle for Dark Lord saddle. You hate prepare for battle. Grip straddle cash and tricks of the trade. Enhanced perception, perfecting my aim. Gold pro style, black sticky lay on web lens with bare hands. Best strand flying's main work, Cirque du Soleil. No skate to Ipsum, shrooms on my cacao. Now the hell on earth get blessed by the Dow. Wow, can't keep zero on your foul. Zetsu erase data, no trace. 8-bit data and skate like Nate, no face. We out Floyd, pushing on the gas till it break. My head stone, the grave is a lake. I could drive it to the bottom, damn. Shout out to my unfulfilled plans and my niggas out there. Pushing on the gas till it break. My head stone, the grave is a lake. I could drive it to the bottom, damn. Shout out to my unfulfilled plans and my niggas out there. Still up, they slept quietly in their room where the body was kept. Pull the land back out, you know the wicked don't rest. No yoga in the hood, tell a nigga go stretch. He just want the bitches, tell a nigga go fetch. We just tryna get it, had that product on deck. I was working on something, you know, quiet as it's kept. We been sweeping these niggas right under the mat. But thinking back, we wasn't in them almanacs. Riding waves, contrast to getting paid. But give me all of that, I'm laughing at the pain. They stabbing at the vein till the blood drains. I don't let these niggas in the lane. Backlash, now we both throwing grenades. Fighting fire with fire until it backfires. Waiting for the days to get brighter. Fighting fire with fire until it backfires. Waiting for the days to get brighter. Fighting fire with fire until it backfires.
honestly, I'm about to let this run into what happens on Earth.
Right.
I'm gonna let it run into it.
They shouting me out, so I gotta say some shit, man. It's not Catatonic guys on the prize, ancestor astrals. Taboo tattoos, hustling callous, forbidden castles. Good written, gravel on knuckles, seated the soul buckle. Chuckle, slight lanterns in darkest night, sipping crimson, shifting. Flesh prison, jaded, throne rock, David sling, cracking like a sunflower. Mugen rain, sun shower. Enchanted weapons, etching testament. Rhythmic messages, empathetic rhetoric, pessimist, present tense. What the mother off into a child, fell from star scorching, morph into a mortal. I'm a mortal, melanated portal, Jabberwocky, vorpal, mask off. Don't get popped, purchase a set. We catching wreck, tossing vinyls like destructo disc. You fucking whip, irrelevant. There he go, meddling ancient alien evidence. What happens on Earth? Stays on Earth till not on Earth. Invasion came invading on your turf. Jesus wore the blue with fringes. Pray that Judas in the dirt. Go like Baphomet, like bearing with these passages. Resurrect like Lazarus, the chosen one, your master sent. Triple threes behind the arch, this Noah's Ark. Kung Fu bars, Devon Lee with the counter spar, martial law. Sundials, we all left in darkness. Black lives matter, ethereal data gathered. Ain't shit changed, but the aim on the scope. Converting crystal skulls into dope, motherfucker, take a trip. Tune into the coast in orbit, you can find me soaring, hieroglyphic foreign. I be posted purple, orange, potent past the firmament. What you saying, not your Earth invasion, all across the nation. Afro Super Saiyan, packing power back like Lotus Flow, not on Earth. Everybody, not on Earth. Everybody, not on Earth.
Yeah, I had to let that just run straight through. So that was Taoist Society leading on into What Happens on Earth. See, like, if you would have had those two songs as one song, that would have been one of those great 7-minute songs.
Okay.
It really would have been. It flowed so smoothly, honestly.
Yeah, shout out to Zero, A Mitch, and Jeremiah J for the Tower Society. It was really a great track. Their lyricism is incredible.
Hell yeah. All four lyricists across the board between those two songs, man. I'm telling you, if that was all one song, that would have been a fire ass track. Something to think about, maybe. I don't know. Just my opinion, but I fuck with it. It's dope. But yeah, y'all go listen to that Diamond Heist, man. Nox.bandcamp.com. That's NOEX.bandcamp.com. Y'all go listen to it. Hopefully it's going to be out on all platforms soon.
You will see, man. People, emails and all that other shit.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, you could buy it on Bandcamp for $100.
Thinking about it right now. Yeah, you can get it for $100.
Yeah.
Get it for $100.
It's a worthy piece of music.
Yeah.
But crazy times as
Comes
well.
with a surprise.
Okay.
Get it for $100.
And it comes with a surprise. Like a spare track? You won't say. It's a surprise. Can't ruin the surprise, but y'all go get that Diamond Heist.
I need to get a plug for your shirts.
What do you mean?
Because I'm struggling.
Yo, Mind_Made. He was one of the co-hosts of the show with me originally. Shout out my boy Mind. I actually wanted to tell him that. Yo, shout out my boy Mind Made, right? So he found this. He does like vintage thrifting. He found this. Yo, it still has the WWF tag on it. It still has the WWF tag on it right here on my shoulder. You see this little shine on my shoulder? That's the WWF tag. That little holographic sticker.
Super clean.
Super clean, man, right? Mind_Made. If y'all fuck with vintage clothing, jewelry, custom clothing
I had
ideas.
a cane one back in the day, and it like ruined.
Yo, this man does it all. Like, you want to get fly, you go to my boy Mind, honestly. You want to get fly? You shop with mine. There you go. I got a slogan for you, bro. But yeah, shout out Mind Made. Right? But yeah, man. So what can we expect out of Knox in 2020?
Nothing. Just those that are, paying attention, I appreciate it. And, because it's getting to the point where I have like a high volume, like a high like output volume of like just putting out poetry. You know what I'm saying? I like to rap. You feel me? So I just put it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's getting to the point where like maybe I'm going back to like my roots of just releasing more material. You feel me? Just for the sake of releasing it. If not, expect nothing.
Hold no expectations. This fucking
None.
fly is coming after us.
Nah, man. Look, dog, it's a camera, bro.
It's a camera?
Camera, dog. I'm trying to tell you.
They heard we were talking about them.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they know. They're like, you know what, listen, he's talking about Invisible Masters. He's about to do more releases, trying to host seminars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got surprises. You know what I mean?
What surprise he talking about,
What
man?
surprise he talking about? Hats, shirts,
It's a surprise.
gizmos, gadgets, all that. What do you have a zombie apocalypse plan? I'm gonna keep bashing you in the head about this.
Do I have a plan?
Do you
No,
have a
I
zombie
don't have a plan
apocalypse
in
plan?
place. I have an idea of what to do, but obviously, if I were to say I had a plan in place, no, I do not.
Shout out to the people that could build like suits that are resistant to bites and
That shit's crazy.
trying
Yeah,
to
you
figure
see
out how to
those-
filtrate water.
Those videos on YouTube get wild.
You have to filtrate water.
I know.
That's a very important.
Yeah, but like these motherfuckers ready to go and like they're letting like dehydrated food go to waste and shit.
Listen, there's this show called Kingdom, and like fucking there's a bunch of zombies, and they had no technology. They just had swords and like torches.
What the fuck?
And like like they would ride horses, and the horses would get grabbed by the zombies. You feel me? And ate, and it was so messed up.
So
because
there were
it's
horse zombies?
Nah, the horses. It was done. It was a wrap for the horses.
Oh.
No, it was a
Zombie
wrap for the
horses would be crazy.
Nah, that would be absolutely terrible. That would be absolutely terrible. But like, they had no modern technology. Like we have guns, we have suits, we have tanks, we have all types of things to fortify. But they just had like wood.
Yeah.
And
I remember in Dawn of the Dead when the chick woke up next to her husband was like becoming a zombie, or he like got bit by the little girl zombie. That's what it was. And then he became a
and
zombie.
She woke up in the room with him, right?
Yeah. Shit was crazy. Yo, and she almost got murked.
Oh no, some people were having like fun, man. They just waited for this their whole life. They're like, yes, finally. This reminds me of like Cabin in the
Yeah.
This reminds me of Cabin in the Woods. Like I feel like there's a bunch of scientists and they just playing games right now.
Y'all be ready for the zombie apocalypse, because now you're making me feel like I gotta go and buy a shotgun or some
Be
shit.
ready.
Be ready, y'all.
It's too late.
Yo, but tell the people where they can find you on social media. They want to hear more about this.
Yeah, sure. You guys can find me Knox Lee on Twitter, Okami Gold on Instagram.
Okay.
If those mediums are still up after this.
They are. They will
Okay,
be.
cool.
We'll be good.
All right.
We'll be good.
You know,
If y'all
so-
are watching, let it, free pass.
Has to be love out there somewhere, right?
There's love out there, man. I'm telling you, there's positivity out there. There's things to look forward to, and y'all could look forward to some great music coming from Knox out in the future. Hopefully some, produced by me even, but we'll see. I'm gonna get back to work. This is the season finale of Emano Talk, so I want to appreciate everybody who tuned in for season 3. We got 30 episodes done in season 3. So shout out to y'all for tuning in every single episode 2 times a week, sometimes more. We dropped a shitload of content, but when we come back for season 4, we're only going to be one night a week. It's going to be on Thursday nights, with the exception of selection Sundays when those occur. So we'll get to those when the time gets closer and provide more info when the time gets closer and let you know who we're booking for the start of season 4 when it does happen. But I can assure you guys we are taking a break, but we are not done yet. We got a lot to do. So y'all follow us on social media. That's at Emano Talk. That's at EMANOTALK. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, and all podcast platforms. You could listen and watch completely free on EmanoTalk.com. There's still Emano Talk merch available, so if you guys want some merch, you could definitely reach out on the website as well. Shout out our sponsors from the season, Marie's Baked Munchies. They have their famous key lime pies with free delivery right now during all these crazy times. So if you like some key lime pie, you could definitely order one, and they will deliver to you. But yeah, man. I hope you guys all have yourselves a great Sunday. Have a great April. We'll be reaching out probably mid-month to provide some updates on what we're up to. But much love, everybody. Thank you again for tuning on in, and have a great day. Peace.